No goal means no direction. A ship without a rudder, where does it go? Nowhere. An envelope without an address, where does it go? Nowhere.
We want to change our habits. Many times we are disturbed with what's happening around us. We keep doing some kind of those nonsensical things. We know that we shouldn't do it and we're still doing it. Any man who is addicted to alcohol, cigarette, illicit sex, gambling, etc., he knows I am doing wrong. When he is absolutely addicted to it, he is aware that he has done something wrong and he regrets for the day when he started. Now if he wants to leave that, how will he do it? If you want to create transformation in life, we've got 5 senses, all of us we know. Control those 5 senses, regulate them. Check at the entry gates. Don't allow unwanted man, person, thought, desire or association to get in. If you control on the kind of association you have, the books you read, the movies you watch, the television programs you see, or the friends you keep, or whatever association you're around. So in the beginning, regulate the kind of programs that you watch on television. You know, if you watch programs which are all about illicit sex, pornographies, so when garbage in, garbage out, good in, good out, positivity in, positivity out, negativity in, negativity out. If you control the kind of association you are living in, you can influence upon your future by having good, automatically creating good habits and actions. You know why it is said, what's your thought becomes your words, what's your word becomes your action. And these actions will create your habits will form your character and that creates the destiny. So everything begins with the thought. What will happen if you don't do it? The negativities around will be so powerful, they will uproot all your knowledge and wisdom and you end up doing wrong things, even unwanted. Goal setting, creating a direction in life. Goal setting. We all of us, we know that if there is no goal in life, no goal means no direction in life. And when there is no direction in life and you're already running in a multiple directions, where do you end up? Nowhere. So there are a lot of people on this planet Earth who are doing a lot of hard work. There was a survey done by Yale University and the survey was about how many people in the metropolitan, cosmopolitan cities do they really have a goal in life. You will be surprised to know that only 2% people on this planet Earth have clear defined goals. The rest are either having some dreams or living a clueless life. But does that mean they're not working hard? They're working very hard. They're working very hard, but they're not working smart. They're running very fast. But what's happening? End of the day, they don't know where have they reached and which direction are they running in.
You cannot play football without a goal post. No goal means no direction. A ship without a rudder, where does it go? Nowhere. An envelope without an address, where does it go? Nowhere. You without a goal, where do you go? Nowhere. You've got to have a clear defined goal, sir. Important message that I want to give you is use your time, otherwise you'll lose your time.
Many times we ask this question to people, what is more important, doing the right things or doing things rightly? So almost in every training program, we see a lot of people telling us doing things rightly is more important than doing the right things. Now, that's the catch. If you pick up a wrong thing, no matter how rightly you continue doing the wrong thing, you end up reaching a wrong place. If you do a wrong thing fast, you end up reaching a wrong place faster. So what's important is to pick up the right thing and then do it rightly. We need a coach and we have to become a coachee. We all need a counselor, we have to be a counselee. We all need a clear mentor and we have to become a mentee. Become one with your duties and responsibilities, become focusedly focused. So what does this mean? When you are looking at your goals so clearly, so focusedly focused, then the results are ought to come. Results are bound to come. It's a byproduct of your focus. Now those people while being focused towards their key result area, towards the action plan, MAP. You know the MAP? Massive action plan. When they've got a massive action plan, and at that time they're thinking about multiple other things in relationship to their self-gratification. You know, and there are people who are becoming so engrossed in any desire that is coming and they're ready to fulfill it. So they're not controlling the mind, mind is controlling them. He's not the master of mind, the mind has become his master. And that's a very dangerous situation. Why? Because your mind will keep giving you instructions. And if you follow all the dictations of your mind, you might end up reaching at a wrong place. Why? Because that was not in relationship to your key result area. When you've got only in one direction, that kind of a focus, when you've got that kind of a concentration and perseverance, with love, hard work, sincerity, focusedly focused, you clearly get results. But the moment you think about 100 other things in relationship to your multiple enjoyments while not being focusedly focused, what's happening? You tend to go downward into your integrity syndrome. And you know what's a downward integrity syndrome? The downward integrity syndrome is, let us say, if you need to give 100% in your project, in your key result area, and you give only 90%, next time, what will happen? This time you've given 90%, you've lapsed only 10%, but next time you'll go further down and you will only give 90% of that 90%. That may be something around 80%, but next time you'll give only 80% of that remaining 80%, you'll further go around 60. And that next time 60% of that 60%, you'll further going down and down and down. This is how our focus goes down. Now here, once Dronacharya also took Pandavas and Kauravas for an outbound training program. And he took them to maybe Jim Corbett Park or Rishikesh or Manesar, I don't know where did he take them. But that was a jungle. And in jungle he was explaining them, teaching them military arts. And in military arts, he had put a wooden bird on the tree. And he said, we are going to aim at the eye of that wooden bird. He said, Duryodhan, उठाओ धनुष लगाओ बाण बताओ तुम्हें क्या दिखता है. गुरुदेव मुझे पेड़ दिख रहा है और क्या दिखता है. गुरुदेव मुझे चिड़िया दिख रही है और क्या दिखता है. गुरुदेव मुझे पत्ते भी दिख रहे हैं. शाबाश, वेरी गुड, स्टैंड हियर. एंड देन हु कम्स? युधिष्ठिर, उठाओ धनुष लगाओ बाण बताओ युधिष्ठिर तुम्हें क्या दिखता है. गुरुदेव मुझे भी पेड़ दिख रहा है, चिड़िया दिख रही है, पत्ते दिख रहे हैं. शाबाश, तुम भी खड़े हो जाओ. अब भीम, भीम तुम्हें क्या दिख रहा है. उठाओ धनुष लगाओ बाण. गुरुदेव मुझे आम दिख रहे हैं. Now this is called selective watching. और क्या दिख रहा है. गुरुदेव मुझे बहुत भूख लग रही है, मुझे बहुत सारे आम दिख रहे हैं. और क्या दिख रहा है. गुरुदेव मुझे केवल आम ही दिख रहे हैं, क्या मैं आम तोड़ के लाऊं आपके लिए भी. Now a man who thinks about multiple other things, can he get success? Can he actually hit the bullseye of his goal? And comes Arjuna. अर्जुन, उठाओ धनुष लगाओ बाण बताओ तुम्हें क्या दिख रहा है. गुरुदेव मुझे चिड़िया की आंख दिख रही है. और क्या दिख रहा है. अर्जुन मुझे केवल चिड़िया की आंख दिख रही है. और क्या दिख रहा है. अर्जुन, गुरुदेव मुझे केवल चिड़िया की आंख ही दिख रही है. अर्जुन, मैं तुम्हारा गुरु तुम्हारे सामने खड़ा हूं, क्या तुम्हें मैं दिख रहा हूं? नहीं गुरुदेव, मुझे आप नहीं दिख रहे, मुझे केवल चिड़िया की आंख दिख रही है. शाबाश अर्जुन, चलाओ तीर. एंड ठक द बर्ड्स आई. नाउ पीपल who have multiple other desires, that's fine, but regulate them, You know, once you're able to regulate them, tolerate them, and remain focused, your emotional intelligence score also goes up. So Krishna gives very powerful teachings in Bhagavad Gita. That's called setting a goal. Of course, that was only first part of goal setting. We'll also cover second part of goal setting. Keep watching our videos and we'll be happy to serve you. Thank you.